Okey right. Right. Come on. Right, we're live. We're live. It's Saturday night. It's not. I wish it was. I wish it was. So, no one here yet. No one is joining the party. Who's here? Hey, we got someone. Make yourself known. And two, let me know if you can hear me. Hello. Hello there. It is time. It is time. Hey Omar. What's up? What's happening, man? Omar, them bound in the house. No, dog's barking. Excuse me. Sorry. Winston. What's the matter? What's the matter? Why are you barking? What's that? Hey? You alright? Come on out. Wait. Come on, buddy. Wait. Come out. Okay. Right, sorry about that. Dog barking. I've lost you. I've got one person. Sean, he has vanished. Yeah, sorry, Winston just started barking, so I had to go shit him out. What's up, dude? How are you all doing? Sorry about that. Dog related thing. Oh. Yeah, what's been happening, Patreon? What's been happening? We're back. We're back like we left. Dunkin' Donuts, yeah, that's what they used to call me because I was fat as a kid. Very good. Easy Rider 4. Oh, Easy Rider for the first time. I've never watched Easy Rider. Well, did you like it, Omar? Winston, shush. Alright. Might need a poo. Did you like Easy Rider? Talk to me. Yeah? It was good, eh? I mean, it's a classic, obviously. But... You're feeding the tortoises while The Shining is on in the background. Very good. Shining is actually a film I wanted to kind of revisit recently. But obviously, you were. Did any of you see Doctor Sleep? Anyone? It was good. Nice. Is it like The Shining? Is it the same kind of deal or what? Because I saw Ewan McGregor said about how they'd kind of tried to make it a sequel to the book and the film, which I tried to make it a sequel to the book and the film. So I can't really do Ewan McGregor. that I've ever tried. That was my first Ewan McGregor. Say something. Okay, right. While you're all gathering your thoughts, taste based blah blah blah. The Shining. Oh, okay, cool. So some updates for you, you lucky few, you lucky 4 people, what have graciously given up part of your evening to join silly old me. Richard and I, we've got a bunch of new stuff coming out. We shot some stuff last week. We didn't manage to get a live stream together for that. Apologies, but we were just in a massive rush and it was so last minute. There was just no time. We are filming tomorrow with Toby Venables, which is going to be fun. So it's the sort of first time I've done anything with him. So that'll be cool. He and I are going to talk about Hellraiser, and I think we were talking about gangster films. So there's that. Does the best part of a good King adaptation, best blah blah blah, moment simplifies it down considerably. Okay, I haven't read Doctor Sleep, and I read The Shining in bits years ago when I was like a teenager, which is a long time ago, longer ago than I'd care to admit. Yes, so that's kind of what's happening really, and that's going to kind of conclude our content, or our main content, for the rest of the year, I should think. Although we've got a few things planned. On the 17th, TGV from the Urban Gentry is coming up to my house, and we're going to be filming. I'm going to film some stuff with him for his channel, and he's going to film with us a few episodes as well. So he's going to guest on some stuff, which is going to be really cool. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's guested on our channel before. He's a really lovely guy, and he runs a channel called the Urban Gentry, which is massive. It's got something like 350,000 subscribers, which is really big, and it's a watch channel. So that's quite a lot for time wankers like myself. So yeah, that's gonna be really cool. A bit of inside baseball. Richard and I on the 16th are going to do a location recce for a short film that we're hoping to make, probably for no money, but we're in the early stages of planning, shooting something locally that should be quite cool, but we'll see. It's going to be with the idea that we make it for you guys really, and that we put it out to YouTube, and we're going to look at it in stages. But basically, we want to see we'll see how far we can get with it. But the first stage is just to get out there and go and see the place we're talking about, and see what we could maybe do with it. And then we need to write kind of a plot around it. But we're having ideas, and it should be cool. Should be fun. So. Yes. Watch this space. We've talked about, so as Rich and I have talked about filming stuff loads over the years, even back when we were with Oliver, and we always talked about filming sketches and stuff, just me and him. He even wrote some that were hilarious, but we just couldn't. I think it was just finding the time to do it. I think once we split with Oliver and stuff, it was. The way we're working is very sort of like we grab things last minute. I have to get down to Cambridge, or he has to come up to here, and we just don't have the time to really go out and shoot anything. So, Richard's idea for T3 with Evil John Connor, was that the one where he starts the war because he's got essentially got fuck all to do. The tortoises appear to be mesmerised by my voice. Oh, very good. Very good. I sound like a Jeff Goldblum a little bit. Yeah, it's very good. Tortoises, very good. Sorry, I've been working on my Jeff Goldblum. It's not very good. And I keep noticing that I say things like Jeff Goldblum, which is bad. And now they're running. Very good. Yeah. So they should. Running, presumably, is a relative term, Sean, because they're tortoises. So yeah, that's it really. We've both been so busy. I've been ill as well. I've been full of cold, and I thought I'd got over it, but I appear to be coming back down with it, which is some shit. Just both been working our respective bums off, trying to get stuff done. ahead of Christmas. I've had a lot of acting stuff kind of going on behind the scenes that has now ground to a halt because I guess December is just dead anyway. But like hamsters deadlifting backpacks. I see. Yeah, I see. So yes, that's pretty much been it. It's a funny time of year. This, I mean, I always find, generally speaking, film, TV wise, it goes very quiet. But I think a lot of other stuff then kicks into gear. So you kind of, you're always busy. But we are. Richard has been sending me. He has rejigged the Valverde opening ident, I suppose you call it, a logo, to be Christmas themed is all I'll say, which is it is hilarious. So you'll see that on you might see it on no, you'll see it on Saturday, I guess, when we do the next episode, but it's very funny. Of course it is. So that's it really. I'm trying to think of any other news coming from my end. It's just usual, lots of things up in the air really, lots of stuff. Telethon, Christmas telethon. For what? That's to raise money for disadvantaged Valverdeans, perhaps. Or for short films, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what I was going to say. Yeah. Any movies? Am I looking forward to any movies? Not really. Not at the moment. I saw the teaser for the teaser of No Time to Die yesterday, and it looks cool. I mean, I don't know. Like the shots look good. I mean, it's not. I don't know. You can't draw any conclusions from that. So, I mean, I'll go and see that anyway because I like it. Yeah, I want to see Knives Out, but then again, that's one of those ones where I can't quite get my bum in gear to go to the cinema, and I should have. I intended to go yesterday actually, and I completely forgot. So I couldn't really be asked, but it does look good. I gather that Motherless Brooklyn looks quite cool, but again, the film to see at the cinema, I don't know. Massive Star Wars fans. I don't care. I will go and see Star Wars because I think we're going to intend to review it, but doesn't really do anything for me, to be honest. Yeah, I mean at this point I just don't care. It's bad, isn't it? But I just struggle to get enthusiastic about that stuff. It's so I don't know if it's because of my relationship with the industry or what, but I just sort of think that I feel it's Sean, mate. I right there with you, man. I committed. I sat down the other night with the wife and I was like, oh, let's stick this on. And when you put Netflix on and it says at the bottom how long it is, I was like, And I guess we started watching it at like 8 or something. No, I guess it must have been around 9 because it was like, it got to like, it was like midnight. My wife had already gone to bed. And I was sat there just going, come on, and it wouldn't stop. And I was texting Richard in the middle of it, or when he was going like, is it boring? Does it just go on? And I said, like, nah, it's kind of like if you see it like it's almost like a mini series, but it's just a film. It's only a film because you could stop it whenever you wanted and come back to it because of the format. Jesus, 6:30 and came out at 11. That's crazy, man. And I just thought it was very baggy. It's kind of in the same. I put it in the same ballpark as Casino. I just don't get that. That film balls the arse off me as well. I've sat through it, but I haven't really taken it in, And this is the same, to be honest. I really loved, like the acting's fantastic, but the whole film is just built around this. It's like action set pieces, but acting scenes, And it took forever to get going. It was just basically Jimmy Hoffa and mob guys sit down, mob guys sit down and talk, and there's a lot of that. There's so much of the kind of like, you fucking wise guy, you gotta do this, you gotta beat him up, and fuck, whatever, and it's just like, it was kind of like, it was a sort of smorgasbord of top actors, I guess, De Niro, Pacino, Pesci, all that, it's all rich stuff, and it's well made. It's like a great film, but I just, yeah, it was a bit kind of, I don't know. I just think it's hard with those films because you kind of go, well, the subject matter is what it is, and you can't sort of say. I mean, you could trim down a lot of it, I think, but there's also a lot I think you kind of have to have in there. So, yeah, more Mad Max. Yeah, but good Mad Max. That's the thing, and just doing more of the same Road Warrior, or whatever, or Fury Road. Sorry, more Fury Road. Just redoing Fury Road wouldn't work. So it'd have to be a kind of reinvention. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But as far as everything else, I mean, what else is there? I don't know. What else? So we got Star Wars. TV. I don't know what's coming out TV. Hello, Madcap. Yeah. What was I saying? I guess Bond. Bond's probably the next thing I'll actually give a toss about. Probably. So there you go. Is there much else? There is stuff out, isn't there, over Christmas? I should know this. I'm sorry, I don't know these things, but it's terrible, really. I'm not in them, so I don't care. No, I'm joking. That's not true. Yeah, Black Widow trailer. Haven't seen it yet because I gather it just came out and I've been very busy today. I don't know with Marvel at the moment. I think they're going to struggle, like unless they jump on with something really, really groundbreaking and new. You don't think you've been really hyped for a movie since Dark Knight Rises? Yeah, I was pretty hyped for that. And I came out thinking it was the best thing ever, and then realised that it's not so much. Communist Captain America. Explain. Oh, in Black Widow movie. How was it working with the actress who played Erica in Erica? Holly Earl. Oh, good. Yeah, fun. She's a lovely girl. Really lovely girl. But a bit. She's small. She's smaller. She's quite a lot shorter than I am. So there were a few apple boxes involved. But no, she's a real sweetheart and really good actress. And she had a very difficult job in that. And she acquitted herself beautifully. So that's all I have to say about that. And I constantly almost call her when I'm trying to call my wife because they both share the same name. It's very confusing. But I haven't done it yet. You tap that. Tap what? The table? Did I tap something? Explain. Explain yourself. She was really expressive. Yeah. She's pocket sized. I guess she's adorable. You could put her in your pocket. You shouldn't do that though, because her boyfriend is a rugby player, so he'd kick your ass. He'd kick your fucking ass. So yes. Anyone else? Anyone got any news? Any film news or personal news, if you'd like to say? It's slang. What slang? Oh, the tapping. Did I? Oh, you rotter. No, I didn't. Would you rather play Frankenstein or the Monster? I think probably Frankenstein. I think in terms of my casting type, I'd be more suited to Frankenstein than the Monster. Though the Monster's the kind of fun thing to play in theory, but yeah, I don't know. They keep trying to sex up Frankenstein, don't they? Like they did it with Aaron Eckhart, and not very good. I like Robert De Niro as the Monster as well. The Kenneth Branagh adaptation I thought was really, really good. And it's sort of kind of forgotten about now, but it was a really good. I really liked that film. Yeah, Monster. Okay. Huh. Hello, Richard. Who has the biggest wang and why is it Richard? It's because all of Richard's hair went into his head, down his body, and formed more penis. That's why. He just literally, he held his nose and he like snorted in and all his hair went and then his dick came like really long. Like a sort of concertina. And now you can play it like an accordion. I don't know, I'm making shit up. It's just foreskin. Yeah, it's just like a big windsock. It's all for show. He packs it with things like sausage meat. See, as soon as Richard turns up, we end up talking about cocks and willies. We were talking about all sorts of edifying shit, and there he is. I'm kidding. Have you met with Olivia Cook, who I really fancy in Ready Player One and Bates Motel? No. I don't. I'm going to look her up, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm in a Nicolas Cage film though, called Grand Isle, which is, I guess, not particularly, who isn't? But yeah, I did that thanks to Mr. Watson, Mr. Brad Watson. He got me to do a small role for that film that he was working on. So yeah, so I have a credit. If you go to my IMDb, you'll see all about it. And I'm actually, you can hear my voice in the trailer. I play a news anchor. What is a wanker? Olivia Cook. Farted so hard, she made it shook. I don't know. I was trying to rhyme because I said her name twice. She looks. I don't know. Okay. Oh yeah, she kind of looks like Holly actually, sort of a bit maybe, not quite. I don't know. No, never met that girl, but good on her. She's from Manchester, and she's 9 years younger than me. That's crazy. Crazy. So yeah. Someone said about James Bond. Yes, James Bond is trailer's out tomorrow. I'm definitely going to watch it, obviously, because I can't help myself because I'm immature and every time they roll around, I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm not gonna watch. I don't want to watch any of this stuff. I'm going to leave it completely to the moment I go in the theatre and do my bollocks. So I'm going to watch it. As far as talking about it publicly, probably not. I'll tell you what I think. Yeah. Everyone's googling Olivia Cook now. Yeah, that's why I wondered why there was tumbleweed going through. I don't know what else. She does look obviously familiar. I haven't seen Ready Player One. I've seen Ouija. That's how you say it in the north. That's how you say Ouija in the north. No, Ouija. What player with Ouija board? Avoided everything about Joker. Yeah. Well, the good thing about Joker was, I didn't, because I wasn't too fussed about it. I was kind of like, I was intrigued, but I wasn't particularly bothered. But when I watched the trailers, and mercifully they really didn't give anything away in the trailers. I thought that was a really, really well mounted marketing campaign because it absolutely kept that film. It showed it sort of, it did what a trailer should do, and I think there is a move now towards doing what trailers should do, which is to sort of give you a flavour of the film and then but not give you anything about the film. And it's weird now literally they're like filming them like TV shows, and they're filming separate endings, and like so even the cast don't know which ending they're going to choose and all this sort of shit, and it's like it's just getting silly. But I guess they're just trying to stay ahead of the kind of internet mob and the leaks and everything. But then that doesn't really seem to end well. So Sonic, oh god, who cares? Who gives a shit? I just don't care. Sonic looks it's fine. It's fine. As fine as good. Now, Robbie Bellick. This is your voice, Omar. Robbie Bellick is looking to be a very good Bond villain in this film. You're played by Lord Adonis, apparently. Duncan's a Mario boy. That sounds like a sort of like a kind of Mario Boy. What would that be? That's like a kind of type of like gay dancer. I don't know. Funny story. I ordered the Predator trilogy from Black Friday, and it shipped to an old address that I have to drive over right away. What? Words. Use your words. You're going, are you? Is that what you're saying? You're going to go and pick up your Predator thing? Charming. You going to do that? Eh? Fine. Predator's more important. I understand. There's another dead franchise. I saw a thing recently where they said like, oh, the planned Terminator trilogy may not happen. It's in jeopardy, people. It's in jeopardy. And I was like, of course. Like, we knew that was going to happen. Like, of course we knew that was going to happen. These fucking... I wish they stopped digging up the corpses of these old franchises and skull fucking them till... Did you hear about Johnny Depp's Michael Jackson musical project? No. But that doesn't surprise me, frankly. The thing is, you start to realise, like, I think at a certain point in this industry, you start to realise that so much of those kind of things are just the machinations of mad rich people who haven't been told no in a long time and could do with a good dose of no. Where the silver glove is an alien being and the reason why he touched kids. Really? Okay, I think you're making that up. It's told from the point of view of his glove. Are you making shit up? That has to be made up. I'm gonna look that shit up. Will it be on IMDb? That's such bullshit. I mean, fuck it. It's mad enough. He's made some pretty mad films anyway, hasn't he? Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Phone's on silent. Oh, there's a new James Bond poster. Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at my new book. No, it's just Daniel Craig standing in a tactical gear and a lovely jumper. There. I don't know. Can you see that? I was trying to bring you around there. Look, there he is, in his lovely crew neck jumper, with a holster. And that's I'd say it's been slightly underwhelming, some of this stuff, but there you are. Bond films are always such an event for me, and they've kind of struggled to keep up, I think, with demand. Like, they've been so slow to come out. And anyway, I'm just talking about James Bond again. Always have time for Depp. Fair enough. I didn't meet him, but I worked on Dark Shadows, and I was kind of around him. I saw his trailer. It's quite a big trailer. He had a nice trailer. It's not particularly exciting, is it? Yes, turning into a Jeff Goldblum a little bit in there. Ilst, Luke. So yeah. Any other weird news? So Johnny Depp's going to make a film about Michael Jackson's glove. That's fucking weird. Dan Roma, what's going on? Says Omar Zambon. I don't know. Who's Dan Roma? Shall I look him up? Is that someone in... Am I being stupid? Dan Roma. Composer. No, he's doing No Time to Die. Is that what you meant? Yeah, the new trailer is, I mean, that motorbike stunt alone looks freaking awesome. Although, how the person is not dead by the end of it, I don't know. But, yeah, it looks pretty badass, to be honest. Jawohl. It's got quite a swagger about it, which is kind of cool. Oh, there's some new posters. Lashana Lynch looks pretty badass. Is he supposed to have left? Who? Oh, Dan Roma? Really? He's supposed to have left Bond, but he's credited as the composer. Well, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. Just the trouble they went to get it made offering Daniel Craig so much money to return and Danny Boyle in the first. Yeah, it does seem to have had some issues. I'm just looking at there's a picture of Rami Malek on a poster. He looks so like Doctor No, man, and he's covering his hands, which he's Doctor No, isn't he? He is. We know it. We know it. They'll be like, no, his name's actually Jeff. Yes. No relation. No, nothing to see here. Fuck off. And then he'll go, yeah, but my was it Safin? Is his name? Safin. Ah, Safin. Yes. And he'll go like, no, man, I'm a doctor. No. Anyway. Metal Gear fanboys, so by law I have to like Bond and other things. Really? Are those two things linked somehow that I haven't really figured it out? Metal Gear fanboy. I liked Metal Gear Solid 2. I played that religiously as a kid, as a teenager. I love that. What's a skill you want to learn for stunt/acting work? I would love to do. This is the bits of experience I've had with it were incredibly painful and uncomfortable. So I don't know why I'm saying this, but I would love to do some more wire work. And as someone who doesn't really like heights and all that kind of thing, that sounds really weird. It's more, do you know what it is? It's more the image on screen that it conjures up. I would love to sort of be able to play a character that kind of flies, or not Superman necessarily, but just something like that. That would be kind of cool. Do some wire work. Do some just cool stunt stuff. The few times I've been able to do things like that, I've really enjoyed it. Because it's just fun. Like, I've flown along in a helicopter, like hanging out the door after a car. I've done like sword fighting and stuff, and jumping out the way of flames like coming down, all sorts of cool shit. Like, I did that on Snow White. So yeah, I'd love to do some more of that kind of thing. I did do. I'm pretty bit rusty now, but I have done stunt training. So I'm not a stunty, and I would never claim to be. And those guys, who train for the register and put in the time and the effort and really, commit to it. I'm not one of these people who try and take it away from them. I think if I was in a film as a leading character, and I would do my own stunts where it made sense. But I do think being a stuntman is something that needs more praise. Like, I mean, the fact that there's no stunt Oscar or something, when there's Oscars, if people get Oscars for such of bullshit. I mean, if they can do it for makeup, which is not bullshit, makeup is very important and everything. But if makeup artists rightly get it, then the stuntmen should get Oscars. Because Christ, look at that. The No Time to Die thing. Some guy rode a motorbike up a freaking stair, like several stories into the air, and it's like, how the fuck? Like, that is a narrow thing to have to hit. There's so much could go wrong with that. So yeah, all the love, and I've been around stunties, and and I've known people who really wanted to do it, and it's an art form, and it's like a sort of it's like professional sports players and stuff like that. You really have a short career as a stunty, because it's like it messes you up. It really messes you up. Metal Gear is basically an emigration of Bond and all my favourite action movies, but on coke. I guess so. Channeling Jeff Goldblum. How about that movie resurrecting James Dean? Just hire a live actor who's looking for work. What? Are they doing that? Are they computering James Dean? Are they? Whatever. See, I can't even get work alive. So, and now they're just resurrecting actors from the dead because they literally cannot abide the idea of taking a risk on a new actor. It's fucked. It's utterly fucked at the moment. I've just had so much stuff. I had a few auditions recently, and I had one that went very well for it's for a soap opera, for a regular role on that, and then they kind of went, oh, hang on, we've got to put a hold on the character because we don't know if we're going to use him. I was like, having sung my praises, so this is... It's not... I love the industry, I love the work, but it can kick you in the dick a lot. But there you go. We've got to stay positive. Positive index. Just the trouble they went to get it made off in Daniel Craig, Jack Ball. Yeah, I read that, didn't I? I think I read it on James Bond radio website. What the composer leaving. I don't know how he can leave now. I mean, isn't the film pretty much done? I guess. Well, I guess they'd be doing the score about now. So if he's literally jumped ship, that's weird. I keep going Jeff Goldblum there a little bit. Jurassic Park. Just don't reboot Indiana Jones. I hate to say it, and you're going to hate me for saying it, probably, but I think they could. I don't think they should, but I think they could. I think of all the things to do, that sort of serialized thing. I mean, who the hell could follow in Harrison Ford's footsteps? I don't know, but anyway, you don't like that impression. I know, I get it. Shut up, go away. You gonna be the next Bond, the next Bond. I doubt it very much, mate, but thank you. I appreciate that. They're just not looking my way. No one is right now. They're making a Vietnam. You can tell I think I'm still ill and tired and grotty. They're making a Vietnam movie and they cast James Dean. Did they though? Because he's been dead some 50 years. I don't know. He's been dead a long time. Chris Pine's a James Dean type. Yeah, Chris Pine, exactly, man. I mean, the dude works. I met him briefly. Nice guy. Good guy. Fun fellow. How would you want to die in EastEnders? Probably falling off something. I don't know why that's just sprung to me, but falling off the roof of something would be quite funny, wouldn't it? My character on EastEnders seems to kill more people than he saves as a doctor, but there we are. Omar, yes. What are you saying yes to? The guy leaving, I guess. Don't carry on indie either. Yeah. I don't hate you. Lucasfilm, Disney could do it. It's the reality. It's more of a perverted Jeff Goldblum. What is my impression? He does do that though. He's a little bit. Reboot Young Indiana Jones as a TV show. Yeah, see now that's a good point, Sean. I've looked at a lot of these things. Like I know, like they keep, they love to crow on about James Bond in all these things. Who's going to be the next James Bond? I like Tom Hardy. I like Benedict Cumberbatch. I can name other famous British people. It's like it's so tiresome. It really is just tedious. I find the discussions of all that shit so tedious because casting is not. It's just not. It's not what you think it is. Anyone in the world ever. I'm sorry. Like all the pundits and all the media who try and write these clickbaity, crappy articles don't know what they're talking about. It doesn't work like that. End of. So. But in thinking about that, I do think that TV could be the way to go. I mean, look, everything's moving on to TV. A lot of people are kind of stumped, especially with James Bond, kind of what they will do after this film, I guess, if it is indeed Daniel Craig's last one. And so maybe a TV show would work, because you can kind of get away with rebooting it again and commit to like a 2 or 3 season TV show on a streaming platform that would draw people in. And then if you want to move into movies with it, move into movies, and don't do this silly thing of like saying that TV actors can't do film, because it's just not true. And that might be a way to do it. Mandalorian's Baby Yoda craze. I don't get it, man. I don't understand I've seen a picture of it. I don't watch the show because I don't have whatever it's. We don't have Disney Plus here yet. That's not coming till next year, so I have no idea. I'm not like that. Don't give a fuck. I don't know. And if you suggest illegal streaming of it, well, I'm not going to do that. They should have a different actor to play Bond from scene to scene. Everybody wins, and no one wins. The opening to The Last Crusade was a good young Indiana Jones episode. Yeah, I guess so. Well, River Phoenix, of course. Yeah, God bless him. God bless him. But yeah, those. You know, I'd like to go back. We should definitely do Richard if you're still there, which I'm assuming you're not. We should definitely do some Indiana Jones episodes because I'd like the excuse to go back and watch. Obviously, they need some more toys. We went from BB-8's Paul's and now Baby Yoda merchandise. That's true. That's true. They always have to have this next Star Warsy craze, the next Ewoks or whatever. It just seems a bit when you try and do it on purpose, it doesn't really work, does it? That I think has always been the way. I think things, you know, all that Star Wars franchise merchandise stuff from the outset was, you know, it's a sort of legendary happy accident that George Lucas kept those things, and then they've just tried to manufacture it every time since, and it's sort of like I think people know they're being kind of marketed to. So things like Porgs, fucking Porgs. Who pulled that name out of their asshole? I still want my Terminator Future War movie, like Black Hawk Down with lasers and rat eating. I don't agree. The more I think about that, I just don't agree. And that's not because of Salvation. I just think it's. I always saw that as, you know, in the first two films, you get a glimpse of what the future's potentially going to be. And the point of it is that you're supposed to go, oh shit, we don't want that. Then it looks horrendous and horrific. That's all it is. I don't think it's enough to sustain a film. If you're going to do anything with it, you've got to have a narrative. I believe there's a game that's come out recently, which is about essentially getting, I think, Carl Reese to the time thing, and or whatever it is, but it sort of vaguely follows that storyline. But we know that happened. I just don't think it's. I honestly don't think. I really don't think you want it as much as you think you do. I think if you really think about it, extrapolating that into a feature-length film, you know, you can go, yay, purple lasers all you want, but it's like that doesn't make a film. So I mean, I just don't agree. I just think put it to bed. That's enough. You know, we don't need to get our noses into every nook and cranny of the Terminator franchise. It's just boring. You're shocked that we haven't done a Jurassic Park commentary. When neither of us particularly Jurassic Park fans there. We don't. It's not in my wheelhouse. I'll be honest. I watched it again recently. Actually, I can't remember why. Oh, because I did an episode with Duncan Rule. And I did a chat about it, and it just doesn't. You know, I respect it hugely, but it's just not my thing. It's just not. It's not me. It's you. I mean, it's not you. It's me. Whatever. Shut up. Go away. No, it's just not. It's not my thing. It's just not my thing. But more power to you if you love it. Remake Face Off with the same cast, but Cage and Travolta swap parts. And the way their careers are going, I wouldn't be surprised. That'd be quite funny, wouldn't it? That's a mad film. I mean, that is such a bonkers film. If you watch it now, it's so fucking insane. The shit they used to do in the 90s. I mean, it's fun in a way. You know, I used to love all that stuff, but it was pretty mental, pretty crazy, pretty crazy. We Toby and I think the plan anyway, unless we change things, which we tend to do at the last minute. Toby and I are planning to do. Chat about kind of what I call the sort of second wave gangster films, so the kind of 80s, 90s stuff, Scorsese, et al., De Palma and everyone, because I guess they were making the remakes of stuff they loved when they were growing up, in the, you know, and stuff from the 30s and whatever. And it's quite interesting looking back at stuff like that, obviously in the light of something like The Irishman. I found that film really, like, you know, kind of stuck in that era of filming, which is okay, it's alright, but it's yeah, it's weird. It feels like a film that was made sort of in the mid-90s, kind of, and it's weird that it came out now. But anyway, yeah, so I'm kind of interested to talk to Toby about that, because I do think there's a lot of stuff there. Though that said, I don't think Toby's particularly well read in the area of gangster films, but I could be wrong. We're neither of us mega fans, I have to say. That's an area of this channel that there's been pressure on us to tackle, and we haven't. but it's probably more my thing than either of theirs, and I think Brad likes the odd gangster film, but it's not something that I mean certainly not something Richard likes. I think Richard doesn't like them because dickheads like gangster films. His words, not mine. So he asked. Remember Richard said one of my Star Wars is not a special, and there's also an odd fan cult with Jurassic Park. Just the first movie that's great. Yeah, I mean, again, Jurassic Park's a thing of like, stop doing it. You're just doing the same thing again. Does Scorsese have a new blonde actress yet? Don't know what you mean. Don't know what that means. I'm sure it's very clever and witty, but I don't understand it. What's a modern horror film that you were surprised by? Modern. Define modern. What, in the last 10 years? Probably not a lot. I went to see the only recent horror film that I think I went to see in the cinema was Annabelle, and that's because it was the second date I went on with my now wife, and she really wanted to go and see it, and I was like, okay, like it was the chance to go on a second date with this really cool girl, so that's why I went. That's why I went. Don't judge me, but that's why I went. He has a blonde girl in all his movies. Okay. Okay. Wow. Gone Girl's pretty scary. Gone Girl's scary. It's scary. I don't know if it was scary. I wouldn't say it was scary. It has that Fincher kind of depressing kind of tone and vibe to it, kind of like Alien 3 did. The dolls. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I liked Babadook. That was quite good. That was quite creepy. There's very few that I've kind of wanted to go back and rewatch though. There's no. I mean, horror's a really tough thing to keep reinventing. You know, and I say this as someone who's been in horror films. It's a very hard thing to reinvent constantly. And perhaps of most film genres, there's rules. You know, there's such a rigid kind of framework or language. Excuse me. Mindhunter is good. Yeah, Mindhunter's good. Although I've only watched a few episodes of it. There's Mindhunt. I bang on about this all the time, and it feels like no one's watched it. There's another series called Mindhunter Unabomber, with Sam Worthington and Paul Bettany, and that's really really good. It's about the Unabomber, but Manhunt. Okay, Manhunt. Is it Manhunt? I thought it was called Manhunt. Whatever. Go watch that anyway. It's better. Manhunt. All right, Manhunt. Manhunt Unabomber. But that's good. And everyone talks about Mindhunter and not that. That's what I mean. Shut up. I don't know. Yeah. Well, it's similar. So yeah, go check that out. Have you watched it? Sean? Anyone? Have you seen Manhunt? Yeah. Yeah, I suppose that is true about yes, cool, good man. Yeah. No, I thought it was really good. You and Unibomber need to get a room. I know, it's true. It is true, but then I was so surprised about it. No one was talking about it. Yeah, absolutely. I thought Sam Worthington was really good in that. I think he gets a real short shrift, and some of it's deserved because I've had conversations with people who worked with him on Wrath of the Titans, and they did not. He was difficult, but he's really really good in that. Really really good in that. Making a second season about the Olympic Park. Okay, cool. I liked it. I think it was a really good idea for a show, and yeah, definitely worth checking out. There's a film. Okay, cool. Although I would argue probably a bit redundant, given that we've just had the show, but I know. Paul Bettany's really good in that. Paul Bettany's a fucking good actor. Ex Machina had horror beats. Yeah. There's a sort of blending of, I suppose, there's horror elements that are injected into films that can be quite scary. I just don't. I don't know if it's because I've gotten older and more cynical and grumpy and hateful. But any famous killers you've wanted to play might be a weird question. Don't know. Don't know. Do a good Lecter. Yeah, but the best one's been done, isn't it? I don't think I'd want to do it. I mean, Hannibal Lecter's great. That said, Mads Mikkelsen did a great job of kind of coming back at that. So, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, Lecter's a really cool, fascinating character. But famous killers, yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, didn't Zach? What's his face? Zach. Why can't I think of people's names today? Zach. Hang on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Zac Efron. Thank you. He played Jeffrey Dahmer or something, didn't he? Who did he play? Sorry. It's late and I'm tired. Ted Bundy. Sorry, he played Ted Bundy. Yes. Maybe, possibly. Not to divulge too much personal information, but my wife's line of work would be a great source to draw on, shall we say, for information on a thing like that. So, yes, I'll say no more. But, yeah, very handy. My wife's a good source of information for that kind of thing. But I don't know. But I don't really know serial killers. I don't know serial killers or killers in general. I want to see Matt Smith's Charles Manson. It's on my watch list. Oh, okay. I didn't know he'd done that. But cool. I don't know. Who's Raoul Moat? Raoul Moat. He sounds like he's from Cuba. I don't know. Does he? Jack Torrance. Yeah, I can't do the. Jack Nicholson's eyebrows are like that, right? Like that. I can't do it. I can't do it. You have to tape my eyebrows up. Maybe we'll do that. We'll just do a Poundland Shining. Richard, if you're listening, Poundland Shining. Yeah. No, I don't know. I just, you know what? I'm just not at a stage in my career. It's frustrating. I mean, I would love to say that I have the opportunities to. I mean, Christ, I'd love to say I have the opportunities to audition for these things, but they just don't come up. They don't come up. You have to be someone with a top agent and connections, basically, which is part of that. It's connections, always. And even then, it's very hard. So. Would like to see you do some deep fake parody stuff using your impression powers? Yeah, those are funny, man. Those are really good. Someone kind of put me onto those recently, they're funny. But a kind of fat Robert Downey Jr. It was quite funny. Yeah. And the Ewan McGregor guy, he was funny. But Ralbert was a nutter who ran around Northumbria with a shotgun in 2010. Oh, okay, all right. Well, I know who that is now. He that happened while we were filming Kenneth in York. I remember that because we were there. We were filming and we found out about it. And there was, I think, we spent a morning not going out because we weren't sure if he was going to end up. We were kind of vaguely within the kind of zone. And our director. Anthony, he knew someone, I think, who got shot by him. So, there you go. Bit of inside baseball there. Gonna go hunt down your Predator trilogy. It's been fun. Yeah, man. Yeah. You take care. I'm gonna wrap up soon anyway, so don't worry, you're not missing out. I've got a jet at on the dot at 9 o'clock. Any Irish films you like? I don't know. What's an Irish film? What kind of counts as an Irish film? I don't know. Irish. I watched Evelyn's a good film with Pierce. Yeah, there it is. The Van. Never heard of it. No, sorry, that's really bad. Patches. Don't know that. The Snapper. Don't know it. I'd happily watch it. I mean, you know, it's not Agnes Brown. I don't know that one. I'm sure I'm missing out. Is that so? There's like these are proper made in Ireland, by the way. And the Snapper are on YouTube. On YouTube, really? Okay. All right. I will do my best to check those out. That's a very good point. The copyright ran out on both. Okay. What are they about? I don't know what they're about. The van. Don't go in the van there. Last words. Steve McQueen's Hunger, starring Michael Fassbender, deals with the Irish famine. Okay, peace. Oh yeah, Hunger I've seen. Though that was a slog, if I'm honest. That was hard to get through. You have a date with Rick Stein. Have you, Omar? Though have you? Have you? Well, enjoy that. Enjoy the fish. Oh, Roddy Doyle. Oh, it's by Roddy Doyle. Oh, look, it's got Cole Meany in it. I like Cole Meany. He's cool. Very cool. Black 47 is an Irish famine meets Rambo revenge movie as evil guy from The Matrix, whose name I just forgot. Hugo Weaving? Mr. Anderson. Hugo. Oh, it's got Brendan O'Carroll in it, who's Mrs. Brown, isn't he? Yeah, nice. He's cool. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Right, okay, I will do my best to check it out. I will indeed. Yes. Cool. All right. He's on TV at 9. Oh, okay. Rick Stein at 9. Do you like a bit of Rick Stein then? That's good. Good. I like Rick Stein. Keith Floyd's my boy though. Keith Floyd will always be my boy as far as TV chefs go. Mark Wahlberg recently filmed in my city, Cardiff. They closed off a main road into the city centre for a few days to turn it into New York. They paid the council £1,450 to do it. What? To turn the whole city into New York? That sounds a bit. Why would you do that? Why would you turn Cardiff into New York? I'm sure there's some reason for it. Bruce Forsyth, biopic movie. Don't know why that popped into my head. Why not? Why not, Sean? Thanks for sharing. Love his series. Oh yeah, cool man. Cool. More power to you. I love cooking stuff. You take care, Omar. You take care. Lots of love, my man. And I'll speak to you soon. Old Cardiff. It looks like old Brooklyn. I suppose it does. Yeah, fair enough. And the thing is now they put up they'll put up a giant green screen in the background and they can put whatever they want in. Yeah, I know parts of World War Z or Z was from there. Indeed. Right. I'm going to have to wrap this up because I've got to crack on. A couple of minutes. Any questions? I apologise if I've been rambly and not very coherent this evening. And doing a shit Jeff Goldblum impression. I understand. I get it. You don't like it. It's fine. It's fine. I can't. Not everyone can be a hit. They can't all be gold. Cool, man. You take care. And thank you guys so much for bless you, Sean. Cheers, man. Thank you guys so much for indulging me this evening and for joining us. By Richard a Wig. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, that gives me ideas. Cool. Yeah. Listen, you guys, I'm going to sign off. Really, really great to chat with you. And thanks so much for this. And in the usual ramshackle Valverde way, we've hopefully it was somewhat edifying anyway. And I'm going to try and my best. It may be very impromptu tomorrow, but we will try and get up a link for a live stream for what we're filming tomorrow with Toby and everything. So if you guys can come to that, great. If not, don't worry. It's all good. But yes, exciting things coming up, and obviously TGV as well. So stay tuned. And thank you again so much for your patronage. We really appreciate it. Toby is Alice. Alive. Toby is alive, and he's graciously agreed to come and do some work with us tomorrow. So that's great. Awesome. All right. You take care, everyone. Thank you so much. Cheers now. Bye bye.